I see a black man and one man, I think of strength, black empowerment we have within, building community development. Let's continue to build our own. Let's continue to stay strong. Motivation, no matter the hate, no stopping. You just go. Listen up to Quan, John, and Queen P for giving us a voice. Speak up for what's yours and yell and make that noise. We are kings and we are queens. Melanated royalty, just getting started. Loving self, self and knowledge. Stack that wealth. Motivational motors, y'all.
Booyah, back at you, Motivation Motives, where we speak and have interesting discussions with black people who've overcome adversity en route to prosperity. You got your boy, Quan Jizzy, and Miss Portia Stig. What it do? What it do? Yeah. So offline, we was having a thought-provoking conversation about how black people don't support other black people. Mm-hmm. Can y'all agree out there? Can I get a touche out there? You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
For real, for real. I'm gonna ask a few questions to the viewers out there. Mm-hmm. How many of y'all have had something interesting or something good or something that you've been working on for a long time that finally came to fruition that you're really proud of, and you spoke to it to your family or a friend of yours, and they're like, oh, really? Okay. Or how many of you have opened some type of business venture and nobody in your family patroned the business? Nobody in the family gave, even marketed the business to their friends. Nobody in the family even came and supported you as a new entrepreneur. How many of you out there? How many of you out there, I don't know, let's say graduated college or something of that nature? You know what I mean? And the masses of people don't give a damn. Okay? Many of you. I'm going to answer for, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is. Portia, go ahead, sweetie. Go ahead before I get in it. Go ahead, do your thing.
It boils my blood, I swear. Like, because number one, it kills me that it's so widespread. Like everybody, like people who accomplish stuff will say, man, I have like my entire family won't support me, or when I do good, they don't want to hear about it. When we get together for Thanksgiving, they be like, yeah, I heard you did this. Congratulations. You want a pat on the back? Like, yeah, I want a pat on the back. Y'all should be happy for me for what I did. And it's like, I feel like we have discussions with so many people, specifically Black people, who go through that and who say that that's what happened to them. And I have come to the conclusion that every single Black family has one or two people who are trying to do it big, trying to do good, trying to be successful, but is still willing to support their people. Just one or two. And most Black families are huge. Okay.
Right.
And in that family, only one or two people are willing to do that, because everybody always talks about the fact that, oh yeah, I did this one thing and my friends came and they supported me and they gave me the love and they were very interested in what I was doing, but my own family didn't. My own family didn't show up. My own family didn't care. My own family doesn't want me to talk about it because they think I'm tooting my own horn or something like that. And it's like, that is not how that's supposed to be. Your family should be there first, and then your friends like, oh man, so-and-so didn't show up. That's messed up. Well, okay, but you're not really family, so it's not that big of a deal. But the point is, like, we're all supposed to be the Black community, and yet that jealousy is rampant. And that competition, that need to compete with one another, is so ridiculous, to the point where you're even competing with your own family members. Like, not just other Black people, but it's so bad that you're competing with your own family members. Like, why? Why can't you just be happy for what I got going on? Like, especially if I support you. And that's what kills me. Like, if I'm down for you, like I'm telling everybody about the stuff that you're doing, how proud I am of you, and then I finally am able to put something out that I'm proud of. It's like, yo, what's up? Like, where you at? Like, where's the love? Where's the you listen to me when I tell you all the good that I'm doing, but you don't. I don't even know. Like,
you don't give a damn.
You don't. Like, you just listen, and that's it.
Funky.
You just listen, and that's it.
And you know what we tend to do, specifically to people in our families, when they don't support us or they don't give us our proper etiquette, be like, oh, you know, we kind of brush it off. Like we expect them not to.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you know, we kind of brush it off. And then, you know, we'll see them at Thanksgiving and act like nothing happened. That's petty.
Right.
You understand? Nah, that's wrong, man. If you are not getting your proper etiquettes from, I don't care who it is, mama, daddy, sister, brother, uncle, auntie, grandmama, if you're not giving your proper etiquettes, you need to follow suit. I'm not saying you don't even have to verbalize it to this person that you've been affected by it. But if you feel like you want to verbalize it, you can. After that, you need to keep it moving after that. You understand? For real. You can't just like go around it and act like it don't hurt, because it does. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been injected with something called hate in our blood by the oppressor. It has been injected in our veins, in our DNA. You know what I'm saying? By way of meritorious manumission, as per Dr. Claude Anderson. You know what I'm saying? You know, meritorious manumission basically states that you either entertain massa, you have to tell on your black brethren, or you have to protect massa, the oppressor. And this is how you get their love. You understand? Basically, it's teaching you how to shun your black people away, because this person up here is the power that be, and he or she is going to be the one that gets you to that quote unquote mountaintop. You know what I'm saying? So this type of mindset has been embedded into the black community, and we have been basically, you know, we live in a lie. We believe the lies told by the oppressor. How the same person that's whipping your butt when you don't pick enough cotton, or you don't have his food hot enough, how you listening to him? How you listening to him or her? How you gonna feel like him or her is being honest with you? Right. Think about that rationale right there. How the same person that's abusing me, how is the abuser? How do we expect the abuser to be this loving, honest person? You understand? Yeah. But the people that have always been in our corner, the people that we break bread with, the people that we go to when we crying and we ain't feeling well, the people that take care of us when we sick, we don't hold them down. You understand? We don't support them. You know what I'm saying? We don't give them the $25 out of our pocket. We'll give the oppressor the $50 or $60 out of our pocket. It's crazy. It's like when you just even think about it, we as black people, me and you, Portia, we all fall victim to this in some shape, form, or fashion. It's so unconscious for us to believe that the grass is greener across the street. Right. All day long. You know what I'm saying? It's like we don't even, it starts with self-love. And I've said this on many, many podcasts. If you don't love thyself, how the hell you gonna love anyone else? As per RuPaul, who my wife watches all the time. I'm big on RuPaul for, even, to be honest with you, for being a homosexual man that basically said, you know what, this is who I am. I'm gonna be who I am, and I'm gonna go out here and get this money who I am, as I am. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I big that brother up for actually being, you know what I'm saying, being that confident. Forget, it don't got nothing to do with his orientation. Right. To go against the masses, man, takes a whole lot of confidence and takes a whole lot of strength. You understand? You know, and it's crazy, and not enough of us black people have that spirit. Right. In us, because that's all it is. It's spirit. You know what I'm saying? For real.
And it's interesting. It's interesting that you say that, because when we look at this whole situation where we're not getting enough support, there's actually a whole nother side to it that didn't occur to me until I was upset about a particular situation. And I told my husband about it, because I just felt like I wasn't getting support from a person that I thought I would get support from. Right. And not that I wasn't getting that support. It was just, I thought she would do more from the person I'm really close to. I thought she would do more in supporting me and what I'm doing. So, the issue was that we had released our 100th episode or whatever. And I was so excited. I was so happy. So I called her and I told her, like, yo, I'm so happy we released our 100th episode. Soon we'll be jumping into season 2. Like, I was just talking about it. I was so excited. And she seemed excited for me too. She was like, cool. And I was like, but cool. Yeah. But I was like, have you seen any of the episodes? She was like, no. I was like, all the stuff that you watch on YouTube,
Eddie.
How come you haven't watched not even
Eddie.
one of my episodes? Like
Eddie.
not one. And of course I didn't say anything to her. I didn't say anything about it. I was just like, okay, well, okay, that's it. So we hung up, and I was like, I was increasingly angry. Like at first, I didn't care. Right? It didn't hurt too much on the phone, but when I hung up, it just started to build and build and build. So I ended up talking to James about it, and he had said something, and he was so blatant about it, and he was like, "Why do you care? Why do you need her support?"
And he right.
And he was like, he's like, she's not you. She's not going to do what you do. She's not going to maneuver the way you maneuver. Just because you're that type of person that is willing to give support to the people you love in the way that you give that support doesn't mean that's what she's going to do. What if her support is different? To her, supporting me is being excited for me. And that's enough for her. So
you know what? Salute you, James. Let me just interject real quick. And that mindset that James has, I actually mimic the same mindset. I'm not going to say it's a good or bad mindset because I'm not one to judge our mindsets. But I feel like, you get to that point in your life where you don't need that pat on that back no more. You know why? Because you like, damn, it ain't there anyway.
Right.
You understand? You like, it's not there anyway. And I went through that similar thing when I put my 2 books out. When I went to put my 2 books out, or whatever, when we put my 2 books out, the people that I work with, my colleagues at the City University of New York, I told no one there. You know what I'm saying? If you weren't in my immediate circle or you weren't part of the population that I was marketing to, you probably didn't know about it. Right. So maybe like a month ago, I had a meeting with my colleagues or whatever. And they only knew because I had blasted out the links to another group within the City University of New York that they was a part of. Okay. You understand? Yeah. So when I had a meeting with them, they was like, yo, you ain't tell us that you write these books now. I'm like, yo, you know me. I'm a real humble dude. I'm not really one to really, go out there and really forecast what I'm doing because I mean, I'm like that because I'm like, it'll affect the people that, is set forth to effect. It's put forth to effect. But they looked at me kind of bugged out. And I'm like, yo, you know how I roll, you know what I'm saying? But they was really happy for me. And I was like, they said, I'll publicize it, yada, 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 great thing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not one of them people as James, like, yo, if you're not gonna like me or support the situation, I'm like, I really don't care. And it's sad that we got to be like that with our own people.
Yeah,
it's sad that we got to get to the point where but it's a good thing too, because basically it's saying, you know what, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this regardless, and I'm going to be successful despite your support. Right? Why? Because you are only one person. But the sad thing about it is this one person could be somebody that's really, really, really dear to us. That we're like, damn, you supposed to support me. But you want to know something? It's sad within our Black communities. That's supposed to, that word don't even exist in our communities. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so many Black men ain't supposed to be incarcerated. You know what I mean? So many Black children are supposed to know how to read. You understand?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So many Black people ain't supposed to be impoverished. So that word "supposed to" is irrelevant in our Black community. And I think, in my opinion, we got to incorporate that. You and James as a young couple that's going to have a family one day, and me and my wife as a couple that's had our family for quite a few years, we have to incorporate this word "supposed to." You know what you're supposed to do? You're supposed to be a success. You're supposed to live this legacy. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be stacking that bread. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to have a house that you own. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be investing in the stock market. You're supposed to love yourself. You understand?
These are things that you have to do. Period.
What you're supposed to do. It's some things you're supposed to do, but we don't. It's like Black community. We don't even think about these words. Oh no, I'm just living vicariously through this dude right here. You know what I'm saying? No. What are you supposed to do, my brother? You understand, in your life? what are the things that are supposed to be definites in your life? You understand? You're supposed to love yourself. You're supposed to love your mama. You're supposed to love your wife. You're supposed to support your kids. You understand? You're supposed to make sure that they're educated. You understand?
Yeah.
Word up. You're supposed to make sure that they're fed and not want for nothing.
It's true. There are things that we need to make prerequisites and we don't. The things that we just think are voluntary. Like we could just choose to be good people, or we can choose to support one another, but we don't.